just ended now.
Hello everybody. Thanks, Vina. I think first off, I still have a lot of after effects from Saturday. I mean, I've never seen a team so despondent from Saturday. What happened? So, and I think we were a bit of rabbit in the headlights a bit there for 20 minutes. And I should have made 3 changes in 20 minutes. So I didn't, and then I thought I had to, and because we could have been 3 down there, certainly, in my opinion. And then, yeah, we had a few untruths at half time and changed the shape a little bit. And I thought we were magnificent second half, for a team that's been played such a lot and been all over the show, So all in all, it helps us because of our situation, get us away from the bottom of the league, I don't think Africa has helped this club at the moment this year, that's for sure. We've struggled really, where we've had to go and what we've had to do. But so we'll try and move on to another game Friday, believe it or not. We haven't trained for a month. We haven't done any training, no training. So it's pretty much fixing up teams, patching up, and then going again. So I'm proud of the players, but certainly the first half wasn't nowhere near what requires at this level. But I could see the fix coming to the game. We were really down. And once, sometimes football gods work in strange ways.
We didn't congratulate you before I asked you to comment, Coach.
Okay.
Congratulations. We go straight to the members of the media. We'll start there with Belgium. You can understand, Coach.
Coach Gavin, congratulations.
Thanks,
on the victory. I think there were some key moments. Your first sub in the first half, and your halftime subs, and how you changed the game. Can you let us in more in terms of what's different, because you controlled almost that entire second half?
Well, I thought we needed to change the shape in the midfield because they keep their players wide, but they come dropping short in midfield, and we never had enough numbers in there. We never got enough pressure on the ball. That's why they were dropping the ball in behind us. So we got to get a bit more pressure in the middle third of the pitch, and we had to do that. So obviously, I changed the shape of the midfield, and obviously took one out the back as well. And we went to something that we haven't really worked on to give us a better opportunity to get a bit more width and obviously try and get a bit more forward ball, because we couldn't get our foot on the ball in the first half. There's no 2 ways about it. And they picked up everything because they were overloading us in there. And so sometimes you got to see it early and do it. So I should have done it 5-10 minutes earlier, which I didn't do, but we did it, and it doesn't always work.
Good evening, Coach. Nick Leeson for Backpage Media. Sorry, I forgot my question.
No problem. You'll get back to
You're getting like me. Outdated, they told me.
Coach Benjamin Nyirenda is watching Daily News.
Okay. Okay.
Coach, now that you are unfortunately out of Africa, and as you have said, you did not do very well in camp, does this give you ample time to say, let's move out of the position where we are and fight to go back to Africa?
Yeah. So I had a chat to the board and all that before I came, and I said, look, we're second bottom of the league. This Africa, it's fantastic, but really I need to look at the players. And so the next 4 games, I looked at the players. I gave everybody a game, and we played. We didn't do badly actually. We actually did quite well. We never scored a goal, but we did okay. But it gave me a chance to look at everybody, because I didn't really know most of the squad. I know them, but I mean, you don't really know them, what they're all about, what they can do. And so we used the 4 games. I did, certainly, but that was with the knowledge of the. Obviously, you want to do well. I mean, we were 1 victory away from being the next round, but I certainly would have been a hindrance for us with our squad. Definitely now.
back to this one.
Sorry, Coach Mark, I've remembered. You spoke about how despondent your players were after the loss of the weekend. I mean, coming here, a tough away fixture in a tough environment, you've now handed them their second loss in the league this season. Just how much of a confidence boost will that be for you and your boys heading now into the business end of the season as you try to separate yourselves from the bottom?
I hear you. I don't believe in confidence in football players. I mean, you should have confidence every day, winning or losing. I think what it does is points. Confidence doesn't mean anything. You can play well, and like we played so well on Saturday, we had so much confidence, but we lost. So we need points, and there's a big difference in playing. I hear what you say. Obviously, it gives you a better feeling about the place, but points is vital for us now, and playing again on Friday, and we played Kaizer Chiefs with all due respect. They played on Saturday, and we played, 2 games, 3 games, 4 games, and then, so they were certainly more on the front foot against us, but we knew that, but I couldn't use that as an excuse. But it was a huge letdown Saturday, I could see, it was, I've never seen a team so devastated, because it was so, you saw what happened.
Good evening, Coach. Coach, you just to perhaps zone in on perhaps one of your stand-up players today. I saw you give Major a big hug there when you took him off. Perhaps just his impact, not just in this game, and perhaps what you're looking forward to see with him, because you worked with a lot of players. He's 20 years old, if I'm not mistaken. How much are you expecting to influence this team moving forward into the next season?
I think there's a lot he's got to do still in terms of both sides of the ball, with the ball, without the ball. So it's an ongoing thing. He's a top goal scorer, which is magnificent from his perspective. But for me, I think he could be so much better. Every day there's an ongoing thing working with him. I thought the player that changed the game tonight was Chumani Butsaka. I thought he was the difference in the game, in both teams, in the second half. And there's another one, really good player, and somebody that's good, can do so much more for us. Yeah, but Major, he's got to improve in certain areas, and he will do. We'll work with him,
Once again, Coach, just out of my personal interest, Kaizer Chiefs are playing the derby on Saturday. How much of that played in your head, knowing that going into that match, players might not give their all or something like that? Was it one of the points that you worked on?
Opposition?
On the opposition?
No, I don't think so. I think I can't talk on their behalf, what the team selection or whatever. But it never came into our talk once, What I did say was that maybe trying to get 3 points today, then they can get a point on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And we look like certainly easy pickings because of what's happened with us travelling up and playing the extra games, So, but I didn't mention anything about derbies and that because they had to catch up a game. We had to catch up games because of Africa, same as Sundown. So, Glenn, there was nothing. Nothing.
We'll take the last question for Coach.
Just on the second game against Chiefs in the space of 1 month, Coach, and I noticed the goals, bit of similarity, coming inside and also going to the wide channel. I think there's something that you have spotted. That you
No.
No. I'm just looking at it because the first goal that you scored, we had been trying that in the second half, and even after you scored the first goal, there's something that you have spotted.
Well, I think I don't want to talk football now because you sound clever. Yeah, when you win, you always sound clever, I think wingers have got to play with wingers, if you understand what I'm trying to say to you. So I've had the best wingers in South Africa in the last 20 years. I've had the best ones who could score goals winger on winger. Plates and Belembes and these people, And we won leagues and we won everything. So you've got to see the moment and, obviously in training, those things are all work, but there was no particular plan today, but they've got to see the moment, When the ball going wide, the other left winger has got to be in the box, and he was. So, it's not been clever here today, but it is a training ground thing that does happen. And, strikers are dropping in on the half turn, and the wingers are running in behind, so that means they're ahead of the ball, and they need to play with each other, Certainly, yeah.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank
and
you.
A good night travel.